football field.
Ed Werder joining us live from Kansas City. Ed, Chiefs with big aspirations. They're really leaning into this 20-0 thing, but they can't do it without a healthy Patrick Mahomes. How's he progressing from injury?
Yeah, Laura, the Chiefs completed their minicamp with multiple reasons for optimism. And the first is the health of Patrick Mahomes. When he's playing, the Chiefs will be favored against nearly every opponent and seldom disappoint. Mahomes is 4 months removed from surgery on his left foot, performed after the Super Bowl to repair ligament damage. He can extend plays and manipulate the pocket like few other quarterbacks, but he was pressured 29 times in the Chiefs' Super Bowl defeat, the most in the history of the game. Mahomes participated fully in the minicamp this week, although head coach Andy Reid said they were somewhat cautious with him. Still, Mahomes said today that he was able to move around, scramble, do all the things he felt necessary. And then, of course, Laura, there's the case of Tyrann Mathieu, who's in the final year of his contract and recently expressed concern that he might have to get his money elsewhere. But, Laura, he said today he values the relationships he has with his teammates and coaches and can't imagine himself playing in any other uniform.
Yeah, that feels like maybe we're close to getting some sort of deal there that he likes. And I love it. With Patrick Mahomes, the biggest key is that new O-line. Thanks so much, Ed Werder, for joining us from Kansas City. Mark, as you heard it, is 20-0 a realistic goal for the Chiefs?
I mean, it's a realistic goal. It's not going to happen unless it's luck. Like, listen, man, this conversation, I understand the favorite and how Vegas is going to have games that Patrick Mahomes is playing in. It's too damn hard to go undefeated in this league. And the teams that have an opportunity to do so, they need to say that's their goal. We don't prepare all of those hours Monday or Tuesday through the rest of the week to lose on Sunday. So every team's goal should be that. But it's the Chiefs, so we give a validity to it because of who their quarterback is. But the bottom line is, for you to go undefeated in the NFL, it's luck. And I don't think I'm telling anybody anything new. You got to deal with injuries. You got to deal with at what point in the season do you rest starters if you are on that path. More important to getting to a Super Bowl than going undefeated. All of those decisions come into play. But health and injury obviously is the thing that derails most teams from having an opportunity to go undefeated.
They certainly should try to go undefeated if they can. But they got to do I'll do coach speak for you. One game at a time. We got this team this week. We took care of that one. Let's win the quarter. We beat the Browns and the Ravens and the Chargers and the Eagles. Let's move on to the Bills. Let's see Washington. One game at a time. Do it in quarters and see what happens when you stack it up at the end. There's nothing wrong with saying going 20-0. The New England Patriots tried to go undefeated. They got derailed in the Super Bowl. This is what Swagger was talking about. It's luck, and it is extremely hard. It's not like college football. When you say to yourself, you got to go undefeated to play for a national title, it's not like that. You know, it's not that situation, Laura.
Hey, Key, look at this weeks 5, 6, and 7. You got Bills, a really tough Washington defense on the road. You got Titans. Like, where's the loss? Is it in that range? I might circle that range. What do you think? Anywhere else?
No, you just don't know. What is Washington going to be? Yes, that defense was really good last year. But what if they're not as good? What if they're not as good as they were?
All right, Kiba, I want to know. So, Marcus, what do you think? Where's the loss? Put that schedule back up.
That loss could be week 1, Laura.
Okay, that too.
Boogie. Did you see the team up there? It could be week 1.
Woo.
It could be in the NFL. It could be any week. It could be any week in the NFL.
Yeah,
you know
any
that.
week. But I'm looking at. I don't want to skip down to week 5.
Yeah.
The Browns and the Ravens and the Chargers are not going to be cakewalks for the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, I understand it, and I see what you're saying. By that time, teams start to hit their stride a little bit. But the first 3 weeks, which you are still trying to figure out things about your team in this particular year, you could lose. They could drop one of those.
Man, they have a gauntlet early on.
My
all right,
voice get high when
I know you got really fired up there. Speaking of those first 3 weeks, elsewhere in the AFC West, the Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert got some high praise from surefire Hall of Famer Drew Brees. Of course, Drew Brees out there being a broadcaster, and he's out there watching Chargers camp. He said, I think on Justin Herbert, I think his physical tools are as good as anybody I've ever seen. By all accounts, he's a great worker. He's got great leadership qualities. He's got a lot of intangibles. I'm trying to read this off the screen for some reason. I think I need to get what am I doing? I need glasses over here. I feel like Adam Schefter. All right. Anyway, he says the sky's the limit for Justin Herbert. Key, will Herbert take a step forward or a step back in year 2?
I think he takes a step forward, right? I think when you look at it, yes, he started to fade a little bit there in the fourth quarter of games last year. But overall, when you are this hot as a rookie quarterback, you don't see rookie quarterbacks that's this hot with the talent around them all of a sudden fall off a damn cliff, right, Laura? He's 4,300 yards in the air, 31 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. They only get better because now they know what the National Football League is all about. And I think he's here to stay. I had an opportunity to watch him play in college when everybody was down on him after the Arizona State game. I got a chance to see his private workouts. He is here to stay. I promise you, in the end, he'll be the best quarterback that we'll be talking about in a few years.
Yeah, Key, I would love to make this segment controversial, bro, but I agree with you. I mean, what he put on tape, and listen to what Drew Brees said. He has the talent and the physical skill set, and it's as good as he's ever seen. Drew ain't telling no lie. We all watched Justin Herbert last year. Find out 5 minutes before the game he was going to play and played tough.
Yeah.
And look, the one thing about this kid, first of all, let me say this. Pep Hamilton, the quarterback coach, did a hell of a job getting Justin Herbert prepared each and every week to play in these games. And he let that physical skill set show itself. Justin Herbert will continue to play well because it ain't like he got scrubs around him either. Keenan Allen, one of the most underrated wide receivers in the league. Mike Williams, big playability. Austin Eckler got injured at the latter part of that season, which I think hurt them late in games as well with not having a run game. This ain't going to be no cakewalk. Justin Herbert is here to stay. I'm with you, Key, on that. Now, the question always, now they have a book on you. Now they have a sample size. How do you make the adjustment? And that's going to be Justin Herbert's biggest hill to climb. But I think this kid is poised to be dynamic.
Hey, Marcus.
But Swagoo, you know they get a book on you after the first 6 games of a season anyway. They already know what he is, and they still wasn't able to stop him.
Marcus, you're picking Justin Herbert to have the most success out of that 2020 class over Joe Burrow?
Hell no. I ain't say all that.
Well,
I'm just talking about his ability.
I was just clarifying there. Key said it.
I ain't got no LSU love. I don't feel that way.
What?
I got
Pac-12
12 love.
All right, not a Bayou Bengal. He's a Cincinnati Bengal.
I tell you what, when that season started, the most impressive rookie quarterback before he got injured was Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we got more coming your way on NFL Live.
I'm going to leave that there.
Yeah, leave it right there. Let's talk about Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Baker Mayfield. They are entering their 4th season in the NFL with a Super Bowl in their sights. Is a contract extension on the horizon as well? Graz will tell you why their big paydays could be right around the corner. Don't miss it.